KFDI, good morning.
Hey, what's up? It's Michael Ray.
Michael Ray, JJ Hayes, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Really good. Really good to hear from you again. I've been looking forward to this chat for a couple of reasons. First of all, we have to recognize that the last time we spoke, Michael, your last single, Whiskey and Rain, went number one. So we have to assume that I'm the good luck charm. So Holy Water is destined to be number one, right?
That's right, man. That's right. We just follow it. Don't break things that ain't. Don't fix things that ain't broke. You know.
See, so from here on out, every time you put a single out, you call me. It'll go number one.
That's it. That's it. I'll be able to schedule it right on time.
Okay. Also, I kind of have to call you out a little bit, and this is sort of my own fault too. I blame you for the increase in my whiskey budget. Because here's the deal. Here's the deal. Last time you and I chatted. I asked what whiskey you were drinking and asked you to recommend me something. You said Whistle Pig. So I'm like, sweet. I mean, that day I couldn't wait to get down to my liquor store. I left work, went down to my liquor store, and I asked the dude, I'm like, hey, where's the Whistle Pig? And he walks me back to the case where it's all locked up in the back of the store. I'm like, oh, damn. Because you know when it's locked up, it's expensive. Now, look, I ain't making Michael Ray kind of money, but at that point, you've committed. I've committed. I'm like, I've made this guy walk back with the key to the case. I don't want to be a schmo. I kind of have to commit. So I paid for my 12-year aged bottle of Whistle Pig and rebudgeted some of my funds later that month just to make sure I could make rent and things like that. But listen, long story short, I'm glad you did because that was such a good whiskey.
It's good, ain't it?
Dude,
good, ain't it?
That was worth every bit of, eating ramen for the next 2 weeks. Okay. So
Hey, Whistle Pig and ramen, though, you might be on to something.
All right. Look, I ain't afraid to try anything. So again, last time we chatted, I told you Whiskey and Rain had this cool John Anderson Seminole Wind vibe to it, and that was a total compliment. So
absolutely.
I'm going to paint you another compliment, Michael. I think, and you probably already heard this. You must have already heard this. I think Holy Water makes me think of one of the greatest Blake Shelton songs of all time, Old Red. And when you can make a memorable song like that, I mean, it's going to be huge.
Man, when we heard when Holy Water came across, Old Red, it screamed Old Red to me, and that really in a new way.
Yep.
And I remember thinking, first off, Old Red's one of my favorite Blake Shelton songs.
Same.
Even to this day, I think. And so, yeah, when you have a song like that is that big like his, and it sparks people's interest, go, man, it reminds me of that. I'm like, that's good. That's exactly what we wanted.
Yeah, a huge emotional connection there, and I love it. Speaking of emotional, Whiskey and Rain went number one, and you got publicly and openly emotional about this. I mean, it really got you right in the feels. Why was that moment so important to you?
Man, it was funny because I was not meant to get that way it went a week before we thought it was going to, which made us have our first multi-week number one. And I think getting that call, one, how hard it is to get a number one song now, to know that my team has fought everything tooth and nail during COVID, during quarantine, during, no promo shows, no flying to the radio stations, nothing that we would normally do.
Right. They
had to get real creative in a lot of different ways. I think it's just like all the energy of this song. We recorded it during COVID when no one was in studios together, so it was just like the journey of this song, and it finally crossed that checkered line. It was kind of like I'm the equivalent of like feeling like you just finished a marathon.
Yeah.
You're like, I did it. We did it. Holy crap. I can't believe we did it. And I think it just all hit me at once to really, really feel that come all together and to just know how hard a team works for you to be out here and make it happen.
Yeah, you faced a ton of obstacles, and again, congratulations. So when you've only got one name, you're a pretty big deal. I mean, you got Madonna, and then you've got Spidey. Spidey's the dude behind the vision of Holy Water. How much creative control did you just give Spidey to bring this song Holy Water to life?
Man, we met and we immediately clicked. It clicked as people clicked as like our vision of what we wanted for this video. And it was like him and I just like teamed up, and like me and his team just like we went down to Florida for 3 days beforehand, got everything up, got everything set. So we were right there working right hand in hand together. But man, he is so good and has such a vision and knew exactly. But I mean, we could have shot the video the day we met, I think, and it would have still came out like it did.
Right.
He just knew. He knew exactly what we wanted. He knew what my mind wanted, and what it needed to complement the lyrics of the song. Because this video needed to be a more cinematic movie video. It moved more fast paced because of the lyrics to it. So this is a video that's not an easy video to shoot, and him and his team just came in lean, mean, and just crushed it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was amazing. I loved watching it. I've watched it several times, and I really enjoyed just the story behind it and the imagery behind it. And what are you into these days that has absolutely nothing to do with your career, your music? Like, what do you do for fun?
Oh man, anything outdoors. I love to hunt, fish. I love going out riding side by sides and stuff through the woods, just kind of chilling in that area of life, man. Yeah, I'm more.
I see you're busy on.
Yeah.
I see you're busy on TikTok. You're doing some duets with people, keeping your social media going strong. Staying with social media here for a second. Now, this is more of a curiosity question, Michael. But you do all right for yourself, money wise. But do you ever buy anything like secondhand off Facebook Marketplace? If so, what was the last thing you got?
Man, I just got completely taken.
No, you did not. No, you did not.
I did, man. I did.
Damn, I feel bad for bringing that up.
I did, man. So I going on. I love bourbon and whiskey, and so I saw this bourbon barrel bar, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was a old bourbon barrel that they had renovated. They had made all these into bars, and the little bourbon bars. And so I thought, well, it'd be perfect spot in my house. And it was like so many like $500, but then marked down to like $200, right?
Okay, right.
You bought it now, and I was like, perfect. And I would have never bought. I don't know why, because normally I like check things before I buy it. Like I look at different things. I was like, oh, this seems like who would lie about this? So I buy it, and then I realize like a month later, I'm like, that's never came up. That's never got sent to my house.
Oh.
And so I try to find all the stuff, can't find anything. Then I go to the website, it's all in Japanese.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude. So that was my first and only time shopping on Facebook Market. So I learned my lesson.
Yeah, sorry to bring that up. You had your bourbon goggles on, Michael. Maybe that's a song title down the road or something.
I think I did. I probably did. It looked a little better online than it did at the house.
No, I get that. One of my favorite lines in Holy Water, your new single, Michael. One of my favorite lines is, "Next morning there were 2 more Lincolns in the parking lot." Made me kind of think of this true crime documentary. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's on Discovery Plus. It's called Fruitcake Fraud, about the Collins Street Bakery down in Texas and how this couple kept on buying new Lexuses every year because they were embezzling like $17 million out of this world-famous fruitcake company. But the whole thing just came in a vision to me, and that's the great thing about the song. There's always going to be those lines that are memorable, that take you to a place that you get hung up on, that make you in turn circle back and remember the song, and I think that's going to speak volumes to the success of Holy Water.
Thank you. I agree, man. It's all about the lyrics.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so Holy Water, it is screaming toward top 40, heading toward number 1. We're going to follow this every step of the way. Again, tell management when they need another song to go number 1, you just call me first.
I will do.
And Michael, always a pleasure talking with you. Best of luck to you.
Hey, man, you too, buddy. Thanks for the time.